Welcome to Bright Light Agribusiness. So Bright Light Agribusiness is part of an 11,000 acre farm. We have 7,000 acres of trees that supply almonds to this processing plant, which is one of the largest single managed almond farms in the Southern Hemisphere. The almond processing is an involved process. We need to ensure that we have a skilled labour force and we ensure that we're at the forefront of what we do.
At the weighbridge behind me, the almonds will be delivered in trucks. The truck drivers will present a sample to the weighbridge operators. The weighbridge operators will do a quick quality test on them. They'll also test for moisture, and once the moisture has been recorded, they'll be dropped down onto the stock pad. The main challenge for stockpiling is the weather. When we have rain events, then we will cover the nuts to protect them from the weather. Another problem can be the wind. If we have high wind like we had this weekend, it can blow all the tarps off, and if that catches us off guard and it rains after that, the piles can get wet. It's very important that the moisture of the almonds is brought down to below 15% for the hulls and below 6% for the kernel. If high moisture is identified on the stock pads, then we bring the nuts up to the dryer. They're quickly unloaded through a pre-cleaner and they're run through the dryer to bring the moisture down to processing levels. This is the pre-cleaner, and as the name would suggest, this is where the nuts are cleaned up before processing. After the nuts have been picked up from the stock pads and brought up in the trucks, they are tipped out over an elevator.
We run it up into the potato chains to remove any sticks from product, into gyratory decks that will remove any sand from the product, whereby it then goes into forcebergs, and that will remove the stone from the product to get it in a fit state, ready to go into the hulling and shelling process.
So what you'll see behind me to there is the dehusking process of the almonds, where we produce our in-cell products. That would come back through our colour sorters and be bagged off over here. We'll also go through at the back of the building where we actually sell the product and we crack out the kernel, and all of that then becomes ready-to-eat product.
We're coming from the huller sheller shed where the cracked out kernel comes over to the silos behind me. We then run the silos into the sizer building where they'll actually run through colour sorters. All the good almonds go through the sizer. Once weighed, they get put into the system and go into the whip store, ready to be held for packaging.
Once the almonds have been hulled and shelled, the hulls and shells make their way through our lateral auger system. Two of the main byproducts we have is milled and unmilled almond hulls. They will be brought to the cattle farmers and used as a dietary source of fibre and a little bit of protein for the cows. Another byproduct that we can make is mulch. The hulls will be grinded up and they'll be spread out at the paddock at the back to break down, and that can be spread on vineyards or in the orchard as a fertiliser.
This is our last stage of the process, where we actually get the finished almonds in kernel form. We then run them through weigh heads to 50-pound boxes, palletised on our automatic robot, shrink wrap, and then from here they finish off in our finished goods warehouse to the side of us here. From the warehouse they're then trucked out where it will be containerised in Melbourne and shipped out.